Black Cat Panther After Dark. We back, baby.
What's up? This is Thomas Davis, man, and you are watching the Black Cat Panther podcast. Make sure y'all tune in all season long.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Hey, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking them all? Ay, ay, walking the door, you know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on, you don't want partners, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on my to it, you already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in, and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, even begin. Ay, win is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when not touching the friends, ayy. You when not touching the kin, ayy. Putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is, ayy. Switching the moves, no number two, I came in to win. They said I'm tapped in with the action, if it got the master on the master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go ghost on this castle. Wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting this, that gas, and diesel, Shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat, hey, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast, my whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat.
Yeah, what up, what up? Hey, JP. Hey, I gotta get your information. Like I said, I'm gonna be in tomorrow. I can get it after we get out here tonight. We ain't gonna be long because like we say, you know, Black Cat Panther After Dark was originated on Thursday nights, but now the Thursday night football game come on, and I want to watch it, and I know everybody else want to watch it. So, you know, we on Thursdays now. We ain't gonna be here too long, or we'll go during the day, and that might cap in for the night show or whatever. It's just how we want to do it. And y'all remember earlier today I told you, you know what I'm saying, I'll come back at 6:30 so we could do after dark. But let me get with you afterwards, and so I can get your information, man, and I'll get that to you because I'll be getting in tomorrow, and I'll ship that out Saturday and get it on to you, man. That jersey for you, bruh. I might want to put it on.
Yes,
I
sir.
might
Yes,
do a little
sir.
picture of it or something like that, and then you know we'll get it. But I
Well,
get it.
go
I get it to you, man.
get your
Everything like
thoughts
that.
together. Get your thoughts together. Go get your
Yeah,
thoughts
yeah, yeah, yeah,
together.
yeah, 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 yeah. You know already. You already know. But hey, Q, the
Yeah, yeah,
Panthers have released a little hype video for our new quarterback, Andy Dalton.
yeah, yeah.
We got some exclusive footage.
His
Let's
resume
get it.
speaks for itself. He's an experienced player. He's got a lot of football in his history, so I'm excited for Andy with this opportunity, and I believe he gives us our best chance to win this week. His
Shout
resume
out to
speaks
the
for itself. He's
Panthers.
an experienced player.
No doubt. Look, 18
Shout out to the
second clip.
Panthers. They already done put it out.
Andy Dalton. Yeah, yeah.
Well, not only does we have Andy Dalton today, but we got a little clip of somebody else who used to be somebody we knew. Go. Now, what you think about that?
I told y'all I seen that interview earlier today. That boy looked like he been crying. He looked like he been crying. That's the face of a beat ass man. Of a beat individual.
Man, look,
Polar
first and
BT.
foremost, before y'all get in here, make sure y'all like the video on the way in. Bryce Young looks terrible, man. This boy look like he had a good night's sleeping probably about at least
Oh,
all week. At least all week, dog.
you
Look at
took
this
the
little,
words
look at
out
this
of my
motherfucker, man.
mouth. Like, hey, that Serta ain't working, cuz, you know what I'm saying? That Sealy Postopedic, that, you know, hey, he ain't getting no rescue. He tossing and turning, bruh. He tossing and turning, Q.
Just don't need, dog. Like, you shouldn't be upset. You shouldn't be tossing. You shouldn't be turning. Nigga, you came out here when you was sleeping fine on that
Yeah.
mattress and with your teeth hanging out your mouth, you was around here losing. How long you think
The,
that's going
the
to
beauty,
sustain in the NFL? Not
yeah, that
long.
beauty ring. Yeah. And then look, man, I'm telling you, like his face right now look like me after watching a game that he played. Damn, look pitiful. Just look at him,
Well,
y'all. We're just gonna take a moment of silence. Just look at him, y'all. Y'all just look at him.
well, I've seen enough. Go. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? That's the face of a fucking loser. I don't want to look at this motherfucker, man. I haven't seen enough. Now go. How much longer do we have to sit here with this little son bitch right here and listen to them always panning the camera over to him? Just like earlier, they had a little thing at practice. They panned the camera over to him. I said, man, what the fuck is they wearing my price for?
He coming out
2
the
days
gate
removed.
just cause somebody say, "Yo, let me get the autograph." That's an everyday thing. They people hanging out by that gate wanting everybody autograph. But you got to get the Bryce right there. Like people still wanting his autograph. Like he's still relevant around here. I ain't want your shit when you were the starter. So let's skip
Go.
to that.
What them Bryce Young jersey sales looking like right now? I wonder that.
Woo! Them motherfuckers in the toilet. They is
Mm-hmm.
hey, they probably trying to figure out how they can motherfucker salvage them motherfucker. Like take the letters off the back and shit and save it, like turn the wire upside down, or you know what I'm saying, or put a slash through the O or something like that. They trying to figure out how they can spell somebody else got their name on the back of that shit. Because you boy, trying to take you, it's a done deal.
Had they saw this coming like we did, they probably would have stopped the mass production of them jerseys.
Damn right.
I can tell you now. It's gonna be a young jersey, but it ain't gonna be in Carolina.
Them shit ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
be in Carolina.
Get this
That little
motherfucker up out of
Chinese
here.
woman, that little Chinese woman that made them motherfuckers probably say, a goddamn waste of time, a goddamn waste of time, a goddamn waste of time.
Yay, yay. Me make no more jersey. I'm out of
Make no more
business.
jersey for no more jersey for Bryce Young. Damn waste of time.
I'm gonna be honest with you, go. How much more of this can we keep? Because as we get closer to Sunday, are they gonna be panning the camera over to Bryce Young every day and at the game? Like,
Yes,
how much
yes,
more of this can
yes,
we
yes.
take?
Okay, I know Andy Dalton is a veteran, a constant veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's done been in the big moments over there, and when he was in Cincinnati, when he was at the top, at the height of his game. Do you think it's gonna be harder on him, Q? Because let's just say he loses or he throws an interception or whatever. Like you said, they panning back to Bryce, they panning the and they panning the Canales or whatever. Uh, uh, After the game interview, how are you and Bryce? Since this and that, you got to answer Bryce questions after you just played a game and you trying to do whatever you need to do to prepare. You got to answer Bryce questions. What does that
I
look
just
like?
want
What
to
does that
know
feel
why
like?
does the media love this little motherfucker so much?
I have the
Why?
slightest of an idea. I can't. I just. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. You have to
It's like
ask
you
somebody
can't
like
get rid
Bryce.
of this some bitch, man.
I don't know.
Bro, you don't come out here and been historically bad. All we've seen from you is interception, interception, three and out, three and out, three and out, three and out. No touchdown, other than the one he run in. Beyond that, the nigga has been horrendous. And
Horrible.
they got the nerve to go back to talking to this nigga like he's supposed to be on the field. What?
Horrible. Like he's supposed to be on the field. Like he's supposed to be the starter. Like he's preparing to go and play the Vegas Raiders Sunday. Why are you still here? Why didn't they just tell him to go home, Q?
Well, that would have been much more easier because At this point, if you don't want him to play and you don't want him to be a part, you said out your mouth that you can't judge or assess your team properly or the offense properly. Why the fuck you got this nigga even in the locker room where it's gonna cause a locker room division? That's what this shit gonna do. It's gonna cause a locker room division because you're gonna have some motherfuckers like him and some people don't.
I'm pretty sure it's a guy too that like him. I'm pretty say like maybe Xavier Leggett or somebody like that, since he's a new guy, just on the,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's around the same age and stuff like that. Maybe when him, Leggett, and Mingo went to California, they got some type of bond, and it's
Well, that was
like,
their
oh
last
man,
trip.
you'll be back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
most definitely it was. Most definitely it was. But now I don't know, because them guys can look at it, and the way he throw the ball and the way he put him in harm's way, the way he made it, they might have been looking for him to get out of the way. But I don't think they had enough time together, or they're not savvy enough veterans to know what NFL quarterback play should look like. So that's the only ones I would think, Q, like the new guys and the rookies and stuff like that, may have some type of bond with him. But those older guys,
You don't think
they
Adam Thielen gonna miss him?
them shit. Alan Thielen, man. Alan Thielen was about to go to his ass Sunday. Thielen was about to go to his ass Sunday. You remember Thielen was talking shit about this motherfucker last year, bruh. Thielen wanted Thielen wanted a trade last year, Q. Don't act like you forgot that.
What you mean? What you speak of? Go. I don't remember that. Tell me what you talking about.
Thielen said, Frank, he come here for
Mhm.
Frank. This is not what y'all promised me. You told me in a year or so we be competing for championship. You remember that?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember that now.
Oh, okay. I
Oh, okay.
thought so. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's I guess let's roll that, man. Let's see what he talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's put the
I would
camera in
love
his
to.
face.
They always got the
Let's
camera
see.
in his black ass face. Here we go.
Yeah.
Last few days been like for you?
Just just trying to trying to be the best version of myself, do whatever I can to help the team. Just relying on God, draw my faith from him, and continue to push to try to help be the best version of myself. That's really the focus.
How upset were you over this?
I mean, competitor, obviously, not how not what you dream of, what you think is going to happen. But again, I trust in the Lord. I know that He's in control at the end of the day. I'm super grateful for Him, for all this happened in my life. I'm super blessed. So again, obviously not something that's ideal, but at the end of the day, it's it is what it is. For me, I have to focus on what I can do now, how I can be better, the process day to day, and just keep leaning on God.
Bryce, what was your reaction when Dave told you the news? I mean, were you surprised? Were you shocked? Were you upset? What was your reaction?
Yeah, not something that I was necessarily expecting, um, you know, and obviously not something that was great to hear. But I respect Coach Canales. I respect the organization. Obviously, they made the decision, and it's on me to put them in that situation. So again, uh, you know, right now that's the situation that it is. So I have to do everything I can to help the team in whatever way I can.
Now, now go. That's the first time I've heard accountability from Bryce Young. Is that the first time you ever heard it from him?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to be better. I got to be better.
He said he
I
put
I
them in
I
that position.
yes, I put them in that position to where they had to bench my ass. You see what I'm saying? Because somebody struck this up to me one day, Q. You remember when we was not we, but all these people were taking pictures of his arm, like he didn't work
Like
out
he
and all
got
kind of
bigger.
stuff like that.
I
Man,
remember that shit.
I don't believe that motherfucker did shit, Q. I don't think he did shit. Your footwork still look the same. Terrible,
Well, he been
horrendous.
playing
You still,
basketball all summer.
yeah. Because I seen other podcasters said they live right around there, this and that. He be in the gym shooting hoop. Instead of working on the footwork, throwing on your tippy toe, the arm strength ain't shit. I don't think he did shit. 2-15, and I don't think he did shit. Like I said, I haven't heard no top-notch quarterback coach guru that you hired with that $38 million that you stole from us. What the hell? Then anybody in the chat, JP Shepard, Eric, Kitty, Kenny, every Dre Day, every Elizabeth Lasser, if anybody ever tell you they put it in the hands of the Lord, you better back up. Cause they through. It's over. You don't know what they might do. They done. I told y'all when Brian Burns said it, I said he ain't gonna be up. My boy gone. That boy right there is beat, destroyed. You don't even want him back there behind center no more. You got no confidence, Q. You understand what I'm saying? No confidence, brother. Over for him. He done. Cook, bait, over. Bait. If you don't believe it, look at his face.
Well, go. Once the nigga brings the Lord into it, God is, you ain't hear him saying God when he was screaming, fuck yeah, last year. Fuck
Nah, nah,
yeah.
nah, nah, nah.
But now, now,
Uh-uh.
now it's the Lord. Okay. Okay,
Nah,
Bryce, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Bubba.
you better be. You better be.
Ah! Let's get
I
back
just
into
I put it in the hands of the Lord.
it. Super.
When you were a freshman at Alabama, obviously you backed up Mac. How much do you have to kind of fall back on, like, kind of that role now and what you learned in that role as kind of a guy who's there to support?
Yeah, it's just, I love Andy. We're super close, and I love this team. I love my teammates. So it's not hard to root for them, to try to do everything I can to help, to play my role. To try to just be around to help in whatever way I can. So really, because of those factors, it's not hard to do.
There was speculation that you've lost your confidence. Did you ever lose your confidence?
Again, I draw my confidence from the Lord, and He never forsaken me, never will, and I that's not something that I feel. But again, at the end of the day, I take accountability for myself, for my actions, for how things have gone. At the end of the day, the quarterback, and as a leader, it all falls on my shoulders, and I have to take that in stride, and do what I can now to try to grow and improve. So yeah.
Do you feel like you still have a future here in Carolina?
I really right now I'm a day by day type of person. I've talked about that kind of consistently. Big picture stuff that's out of my hands. That's in God's hands. Organizational stuff that's with the people upstairs. So I'm super grateful to be a part of the team, be a part of the organization. I want to help the team whatever way I can, and that's my focus. So.
Sorry, have you noticed a lot of the support you've been getting via like social media and like from your teammates, and what's that kind of meant to you through all this?
Yeah, I'm super grateful for the support. I'm grateful for my teammates. Those are guys I've leaned on. Um, you know, Again, not the easiest situation, but I'm super blessed. Again, I woke up this morning. Not everyone did that. There's a long list of things that God has just blessed me with, and trying to just have perspective. I'm grateful for all the blessings He's put into my life, and being able to lean on that, people around me. I'm grateful for that, and just still trying to attack every single day. Same mentality, trying to be as good as I can for the team.
Bryce, how do you approach things moving forward now? I mean, you just kind of work towards getting another chance, or how do you approach things?
Doesn't change my approach. Still, even if it's different. You're out in practice at different times. It's still the same mindset of trying to, try to help the team and be the best I can. Still the same off the field process. Still, get in and leave at the same time. Still watch the same stuff. Still prepare the same way. That's just, I love the game and I respect the game, and I won't budge on that no matter what. So the process is always going to be the same, no matter what the circumstances are. And yeah, that'll be that way.
Is the goal to get another shot here?
My goal is to help the team whatever way the coaches see fit. And they're going to determine what way is best for the team.
Bryce, as a
I don't think that's up for me to decide. Again, I had, there's a lot of plays that, for last year in these first two games, every for the most part, every snap hit my hands, and I didn't do enough with it at the end of the day. I take accountability for that. There's plays, there's stuff, there's a long list of things that, I wish I was better at, and I'm going to continue to work to grow and improve on and be better at. So I'm always going to look in the mirror. I don't, circumstances are what they are for not just me, but for everyone. Everyone's dealing with something. Everyone has circumstances. And if I went out there and played better and we won games, at the end of the day, that falls on me that didn't happen, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. So, right now.
Damn, go. I had to pause it for a second, but this nigga actually said some. Wow. Nigga said, had it was on me. Had I come out here and win some games, we'd be having a different conversation. He realizes now that there's no getting back on the field for him.
That's
I
what
hope he realizes.
Too little,
Like, this
too
is
late.
goodbye.
Yeah, too little, too late. That ain't that easy
Mm-hmm.
to be said. You know what I'm saying? You can say that after the fact. You can say that after the fact, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't do shit to better yourself. Then all that didn't wear the wristband when Frank was trying to, you bucked on Frank. You probably
Mm-hmm.
didn't after you learned that Frank didn't want you and shit. You know what I'm saying? You probably got old cocky attitude and bucked on Frank. Didn't want to do this, didn't want to do that. After Thomas Brown, I can see that motherfucker probably going in the office to tapping them, probably saying Thomas Brown don't have enough experience to get him. He probably, just like Ronnie and everybody else, he probably blamed or threw all the rest of the motherfuckers on the bus. Josh McCowan, Frank, Thomas Brown. I know he did. Now, you're super grateful in your faith, putting it in the hands of the Lord, this and that.
Yeah. Shout out to True Lifetimes. He said, read the playbook, not the Bible.
Yeah,
God damn.
get him out of here, Q. You got to get him out of here. He can't.
Yeah,
He can't
he's too
be.
much right now.
Yeah. He can't be. He can't. No, you got to go ahead and get him up out of here. It
Shout
ain't
out to
even been
King
a damn.
JP.
Yeah, it ain't even been a damn week. It ain't been a damn week.
No, it's only been what, 4 days? 3 days since they changed the starters and stuff like that. My man JP said, I like Scout Team Bryce. I like him.
Scott Bryce.
Back up,
Scott
Bryce. Omar
Bryce.
Tillman, what's
Get
going
up for
on?
back up, Bryce. Get up for back up, Bryce.
Saturday Night Lights say this motherfucker ain't want to develop, and now he's showing he don't care and how content he is on how things are.
Hey. I said the same thing. That joker been crying, bro. That joker been crying. He been crying. You right. He
Yeah.
been crying.
Proof that Bryce is the black Joel Osteen. Damn, Elizabeth Lassiter.
That's all he got to do. He put a suit on and get his Bible, Elizabeth. That's it.
Shout out to Kevin Kev. He said, what's crazy is saying all this on camera and people still making excuses for him. Yeah.
They still, he is this and he did that, whatever. I don't got time for it.
This boy done.
Let's see what Andy gonna do. And then I throw this out to the chat and I throw this out to everybody. We're gonna open it up in just a minute.
Hold on, we got more video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's still 4 more minutes of this motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Cool. Then I asked that question after that. Go ahead.
I want to hear what else this nigga got to say.
Let's get it.
Now I am where I am, and all I can do is try to be better each and every day.
Bryce, as a prospect, you don't have control over where and when you get drafted or what situation you're in. But it does seem like there's a trend to push guys out right away as rookies instead of having kind of that acclimation prospect that you would possibly have in like Green Bay over the last few years. Do you feel like you were rushed out too early?
Again, that's not my decision to decide. At the end of the day, we had a ton of drives, we had a ton of games, and I didn't do enough during that. I look in the mirror and I take accountability for that.
You didn't answer that
So,
question though. You didn't answer that
again,
question.
I touched the ball. I was on the
I mean, but
field.
what you
So
want the nigga to
things that
say,
didn't go
go?
well during that.
Because basically they're saying, did you think you would have did better if you sat 3 years like how old boy just sat in Green Bay versus being thrown out of the
Well,
fire and they pushing you out the door? He said
the,
basically I didn't do good enough. So
the
it is
question
what it
could have
is.
been
Whatever it is.
the question could have been too, Q. You could have carried your ass back to school. Cause you ain't physically developed enough, you know what I'm saying, to
Go.
be playing this
He
strong
thought
man game
he was
anyway.
he thought he was the shit. Go. But you talking to a nigga now that has been humbled. Like this boy right here, I ain't never seen Bryce talk like this before in his life. This little bitch been humble.
I don't care nothing
He
about that talking,
realized.
man. I don't care nothing about that shit, Q. I don't care nothing about that.
Dang, you
I don't
hate this
care nothing
motherfucker.
about that. I don't care nothing about that talking now. Too little, too late. I don't care nothing about that. Nothing.
Huh?
Bring
All right.
Andy. Where the fuck is Andy? Come on, Andy.
The nigga just had a little bit of humility, go.
I don't
Just
give
a
a fuck
little
about
bit.
nothing about that. That $38 million in his pocket. Where is Andy?
Oh, Claire, they cut Jordan Matthews.
Oh, they cut Jordan Matthews, Clay.
Mm-hmm.
His ass got the fuck up out of there when they announced that it was him and Ecuador.
They cut both of them boys yesterday.
And they brought Ecu back today. Not Ecu. Who that boy they brought back
Mm-hmm.
today on the practice
They
squad?
brought Eku
Ecu, they
Leota
brought
back on the practice squad.
back on the practice squad. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
these moves they making, y'all, because you cut him the other day, you bring him back on practice squad today. I have no idea. After
Mm.
he made a couple plays in the game. And actually, that video, that clip we had up showing, that was Echo on the left side where we were showing that 4-3 they was in, that we was
Yeah,
arguing about this morning.
the Howard Show.
So
Yeah.
he was a 53-man starter. He made it to the active roster. And they bust him back down the practice squad. So
Well, it sounded like it was
I
by default, go. That's what that shit sounded like. It was by
I
default.
don't I don't know, Q. I don't know. You need edge rusher help like I don't know what, bro. That's if one place on this team we are deficient, it's there. That is a premium position on the football field. The fuck?
Well, somebody making these calls. I don't know who it is, whether it's Dan Morgan or Jero Evero himself. But somebody making these calls to cut these motherfuckers that they know they need. Well, we still got 3 minutes of the video.
Time that's 100% on me and no one else. So again, I gotta look in the mirror. I gotta be better. I'm going to continue to work each and every day. The
Damn.
circumstances are what the circumstances are. That's not out of my control. And I'm going to keep trying to control what I can.
How did the organization fail you, and how do you think you may have failed the organization?
Again, that's big picture stuff that I don't feel like is up for me to answer. The goal obviously was to come in and everything to be smooth from day one. Want to win every game, want to go and have success as a team every game, and obviously that hasn't happened to the capacity that we wanted it to. Again, I take accountability for that, and all I can do is look at myself, and after every game, good or bad, after every practice, good or bad, I always have that mindset of coming in and watching the film, talking to coaches, and figuring out what I can do better. And that's always going to be the case. So right now, regardless of what my role is, what my circumstances are, I just want to do everything I can to try to help the team.
A piece of advice that you've gotten from a teammate or mentor, friend, whatever, on how to approach the next whatever.
Just being consistent. I love my teammates. I love the team. I'm grateful to be a part of it, and I want to work for those guys as I always have. Looking over is enough motivation for me. Again, God put me here for a reason. I know that to be true, and I'm grateful to be where I am. And I have to do everything I can to honor that and to be at my best for that. So I've definitely gotten encouragement, which I'm grateful for. And again, looking at where I'm at and just the blessings that I have, that's enough encouragement for me.
You have time for 2 more.
For you as a quarterback, like how are your mentals? How are you doing mentally?
again, just trying to lean on God through everything. He firm believer that everything happens for a reason, that he puts us through things for a reason, that, all good and all bad is for a reason. And, ultimately, whether it's something I understand in the moment or don't, I understand in a week or a year, I never understand. That's good with me because God ordained it. So I'm grateful to be where I'm at. I'm grateful for the situation, for everything. Again, and even if it's not something in the moment that, I necessarily, feel the best about, I know that it's supposed to happen for a reason. So I think that's really what I keep leaning back on.
Do you still feel like this is your first choice quarterback in this league?
I have confidence in myself. Always had confidence in myself. Again, it's a day-to-day thing. I always feel like, at the end of the day, I'm a competitor. Whenever there's a football and there's a field out there, I have the utmost confidence in myself. It's been great with these guys too, having teammates that I can lean on as well. And that's not something that's going to waver. Again, what the circumstances are, what happens, that's up for God to decide, and it's out of my hands. But that feeling isn't going to change.
Now go. Talk about how much of a fuck they gave about him in the middle of an interview. They didn't even shut the fuck up in the back for him. They,
No,
they
hey
didn't give
man,
a damn about that
you,
motherfucker, man.
I didn't hear no ping pong balls. I was trying to listen to see if they was playing ping pong in the back again. It didn't seem like I heard a bunch of ping pong going on. Nobody don't mind that dude. He gone, bro. He got to be gone. If we can get any type of draft compensation or anything like that, get him on out of the building so we can start this rebuild. So we can figure out what the hell we get ready to do in the draft or whatever. Try to get some talent back on this defensive side of the ball. Now, the question I was going to ask you was this. Thing is Bryce a distraction? What does Andy Dalton have to do Sunday? Just throw for a couple 100 yards or win the game? Or just make that offense look competent? Which one?
Well, and I'm gonna tell you like this right here, go. I want this guy to be competent Sunday. I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing out of the ordinary. I want him to come out and just be himself because he shouldn't have to do much to prove that he was better than Bryce Young. Don't have to do much. Bryce Young is pure T horse water shit. And so if you got somebody that can come out here and run the offense and be able to do something as simple as get you completions, you good. You good, cuz. Look, they don't give a fuck about that boy. And they shouldn't give a fuck about that boy. He should focus on coming out here and just trying to play the best game he should. And
Mm-hmm.
with his talent alone, go. I'm gonna go ahead and out on the limb, and I'm gonna say the Carolina Panthers are going to be in a competitive game where they got the potential to win this game against the Vegas Raiders. I don't
Not,
really
not, not,
say that shit, but I'm very high on this team now that this motherfucker is out the way.
mhm. Now hey, make no doubt about it, Q. The Vegas Raiders have a very talented secondary. We had young receivers, now we're gonna see if Deontay Johnson is that guy who y'all said he was, that separator, this and that. We know Andy Dalton can get open. He's been doing it for years. Xavier Leggett, Mango may look different. Everybody wanting to write him off already, saying he was a bust. So Mango may look different, but they have a very stout defensive backfield. Then you already know Max Crosby, Christian Wilkerson is coming off that defensive line. Now, our offense against their defense, how you think we look?
I think our offense, and this is what I'm looking at right now. Our offense matches up very well with their defense. I think our offensive line and their defensive line is really going to offset each other because with Max Crosby and the crew coming in, we still have the advantage because we got. I'd like to think better weapons. We just didn't have anybody to deliver the ball to them before. So that's
Okay.
all I'm saying. We have a chance to come out here and really put some points up on the board and stick with them. They got a good defense, but I think our offense, with a competent quarterback It's going to open up the run game. It's going to open up a lot of things across the middle. You might see a Jatavion Sanders sighting for the first time all season, like you really want to. Play action is going to be something you'll be able to take an advantage of.
Okay,
Because if you look
okay.
at their defense, they got Jacorian Beckett and Jack Jones. Those are two really good corners, but I'm betting on our guys to be a little bit better. Because Adam Thielen and Deontay Johnson can get open with the best of them. I'm not worried about them two boys. And then on top of that, Crosby is questionable, I think, for Sunday, and Christian Wilkins got a question cue beside him. So you never know
Shit.
what you're gonna see.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Well,
you might get a chance.
I told y'all that's how we'll end up getting some of these wins around here. Because any given Sunday, injuries, this, that, the third, the ball bounced back right. Okay, that's when we had Bryce. Now we got Andy, the ball bounced back right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it might be a W in the column for the old Carolina boys. Now,
Guess
Gardner
what else,
Minshew,
go?
uh,
But guess what else? They picked up that boy from Ohio State. I told you I wanted Tommy Eichenberg. They picked him up, and then but guess who they got? The joker of the damn Panthers. They got your boy on this team. Did you know that on defense?
uh-uh.
The nigga that we just cut, Kayla Vaughn Chason. Kayla
And
Vaughn
Q,
Chason, dog.
once again, let me. I'm just ask you a question. What position does he play?
Who Chason?
Yeah.
They got him at right defensive end, second string.
What position does he play?
Or edge rusher, outside linebacker for
Defensive
you.
end, edge rusher, outside
Yeah,
linebacker, whatever.
I
I,
mean
it ain't
he
just
didn't
come
give
out my
us
mouth.
shit, but yeah,
I
yeah.
just said, man, shit, man. You can't make this shit up, y'all. You just,
yeah.
you just can't do it. Every time we cut somebody up and schools them up to start or be competent depth. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But we're a 2-15 team and we can't make. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. On a team that we don't have no. They got. Did they sack just? How many sacks do we got? How many sacks?
I think Max Crosby got more sacks than our whole goddamn team
The
because he
whole
got three
damn team
sacks.
probably. We ain't got no
Yeah,
pressure. We didn't even get no
yeah.
pressures on nobody. Derek Carr lit our ass up, and they didn't even pass it like that.
hmm
Man, man, I tell you, bro, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting what they're doing. So that doesn't make me exude confidence. You know what I'm saying? Talking about a draft and a rebuild for this team. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at you now, just scrambling around week 2 and week 3. Like what are we doing? So I'm gonna give you another draft and another free agency to do what?
Well,
To do what, y'all? We
I tell
sitting
you
around
like
here,
this:
JP said we got 2 sacks for the whole team.
two
Two.
sacks for the entire team. Max Crosby got three coming into this game. So I'm pretty sure we'll see Max Crosby Jr. come on after the game if he end up having a day against us. But I don't think so because I think our tackles are stout. Anyway, you put them on the outside, our guys are very stout. I think interior, Christian Wilkins and John Jenkins is not going to come and overpower anybody on the inside. I don't think so. So it's going to be a good game, our line versus day line. I like our line better. We're top five line right now. So I'm just hoping that this thing can hold up and give Andy the adequate time. But them boys did get after the Ravens, so we're gonna see.
Yeah, they did get after the Ravens. They kept Lamar and them down. But then you
hmm
you look at I go on the offensive side of the ball. Gardner Minshew ate our ass up with Indianapolis last year. Devontae Adams got a more talented receiver. Well, I don't know because they had contractual issues with the receiver over there and Jonathan, the running back over there in Indianapolis. They had a lot of contracts that they had to iron out. Then them boys finally got rolling. They came into Carolina home game and he did us. Gardner Minshew has been good back up or come in when your starting caliber quarterback is gone. He started a whole year over there in Jacksonville. He took them boys to the playoffs. He just ain't find no final resting spot, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Gardner Minshew is a starting caliber quarterback. To tell you the truth, nobody just ain't believed in him. If you want to look at it like that, the way I look at it, because he has played some high level ball. I don't take him lightly, but what I take is our defense, Carolina Panther defense. No Derek Brown has been gutted to the core. Two or three more injuries, Q. We ain't got nothing. I promise you.
Well, we don't have nothing anyway on the defensive side of the ball, Gold, because, like I said, you take all the pieces from Ajero Evero. Your best piece was J.C. Horn, and he was making plays, like forcing fumbles, interceptions. This guy had a hell of a week last week. So I'm just sitting to myself saying, I'm hoping that J.C. Horn could be impressive again one more week. We're gonna have to lean on his veteran leadership. At the way it going, after he got that first touchdown on him, he took it personal. And he went out and he took the challenge of trying to make a difference on this team. So I'm hoping that this week we get the best of JC that JC has to offer, because we're gonna need him. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm believing in inspired football this week. I'm a Panther to my core, man. Panther to my core. Panther to my core. I gotta have our boys win. Now, you haven't seen or heard me talk in such a good light about the Panthers all year, because I did not believe in our quarterback. And I believe if you're driving, you got to have a good captain of the ship. You got to have somebody that's able to steer the car in the right direction. I did not
Hmm.
believe in Bryce Young. So therefore, you didn't hear much positivity about what I expected to see on the field. Because as long as he was there was no good output that I could expect from them boys. But
Nothing.
now that
Not
he's
not.
out of the way, I'm excited, because let's get back to competent football. Let's get back to utilizing the weapons. Let's get back to seeing what these guys can actually be. You know, you got a better offensive line. You got a supposedly better weapons around, better tight end, better wide receivers. Why not see if these boys could flourish? That's all I want to see. I'm good with, and me and Goat talked about this all the time. I can sit back knowing that, hey, we didn't lay down Sunday and we just came out and was competitive. As long as we competitive Sunday and we put some kind of score up on the scoreboard, I'm good, dog. You won't hear shit out of me. You won't hear me bash nobody on this live Sunday.
Yeah. Y'all imagine
Can't do
this.
it.
Okay, y'all remember the same thing. Now it's ironic that we playing a team that possibly that did the same thing last year that possibly we could do this year. The Vegas Raiders. They got their GM and their coach out of there. Then they came back at guy who they believe in, Antonio Pierce. The team rallied around him. What if the team rallies around Andy Dalton? Even though we got a gutted defense, a lot of young receivers, this and that. Top five offensive line, man. Don't kick that around. When I started walking a little bit better, when it was like, dog, I know it's only 2 weeks we got top five offensive line, but I asked the question this morning: when was the last time we had a damn top five offensive line, bruh? Top five offensive line. If you can't put no points on the board and you can't stop anybody and playing complimentary football, that's the only thing I'm worried about right now. The defense stopping the opposing team constantly, you know what I'm saying, over and over again, Q. Not getting 40 burgers put up on us. That's a lot.
Think about it. The last first two quarters, um, like against the Saints, once it got 17-0 in that first game, it was over. In the first quarter, and then the
Hmm.
last game, once it hit I think it was the same plateau. I think them boys hit like
Something like that.
17
Yeah.
to nothing in the first quarter. And
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Quick
They
too.
turned the ball over two different times in the first quarter. And then the second quarter, they did another turnover, still allowing us time to come and capitalize off of it, but we didn't. We couldn't because offensively, we just went three and out and gave them right back field position. So, I mean, this game could look completely different if you have a quarterback to steer the ship and come out and capitalize on the field position some of the times. If you get an interception from JC, it'll be nice to march down the field and actually put some points up on the board instead of going three and out. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying it could look different Sunday because if we have a quarterback that's confident, that changes the tides of everything. We are in the game now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it starts at that quarterback position, but then also that defense got a hold of it. I done compared us to the I can't remember what year it was, but that Vikings team, man, them jokers kind of remind you of Kurt Warner, them boys. Best show on turf. They could score at will, man, go down. They was exciting, high aerial attack, but they couldn't stop nobody. They couldn't stop nobody. But they outscore you. You know what I'm saying? The Eagles was like that the year they went to the Super Bowl. Them boys go score this and that. You know what I'm saying? They had 70 sacks across the defense, across the defensive line. But they broke down last year. The defense. If that defense can't hold you, man, especially later on in the year when everybody starts to get their swag, when they start to get it going. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're not looking for much this year. We're just looking for operating the offense. We're looking for a little bit more than what we got. I said early part of the year, what the hell was 6 games and all type of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think I say we still get 4. But y'all know we was talking about 0 and 17 earlier. So just a competent offense. I know the defense ain't gonna do much. I'm not even expecting it. No, not at all.
What's up with you, Omar?
What's going on, fellas? Kind of talking about the later point you guys talking about, just as far as just this year expectations. It has to be about just evaluating where you at. We don't know where you at. When you rebuild it all the time, you have to build a foundation somewhere. We have no
Mm-hmm.
foundation anywhere on offense or defense. I guess you have Derek Brown and JC, and in theory, you thought you had Bryce and maybe Icky. You know Bryce is not it. Icky is still up in the air. He's not the best. He's not the worst. He's been pretty decent this year from what I'm seeing. And so it's like this year you just had to evaluate everybody. We don't know what Mingo is. We don't know what leg it is. We don't know what Deontay Johnson are because we didn't have a good enough quarterback play to even evaluate the team. That's really what this year is about. Just this is just a gauge year. Okay, how far off are we? How
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
are we really going into this year?
Hmm. So what, Omar? What should that gauge read for you come week 17?
If we
Where should
say
that?
if Andy starts the rest of this year, I think with even with Bryce bum ass, I thought Bryce may expecting going into the season thinking we may have a little bit of growth from Bryce, thinking he was going to get better and not be the same ass that he was. I was thinking maybe 5 games at best, 4 and 13, 5 games. With Andy, I still think now we probably win, like you said, around 4 or 5. I think he beats one or two of the rookies. I had Bryce losing all our rookie games to Washington, Chicago, and Denver. I think Andy
Uh huh.
may get you two of those. I think Andy
Two of
may
those
get you
rookies.
two
Okay.
division games. And then we play teams like the
Ooh.
Cardinals. That's a toss up. Shit, hey, go Q. Guess what? I actually have us winning Sunday. I'm gonna put some money on it too.
I'm
I got
with you,
us beating the
cuz. I'm
Raiders
with you.
because
I'm with
I
you.
think he gonna do something. So that may be my 5 games right there. 2 division games, 2 games against the rookies, and then beating the Raiders right now. So I would say at the end of the season, if we sit with 5 wins, I'll say okay, cool. We'll be able to see what our wide receivers look like. Do we need to keep drafting wide receivers? We'll see if Chuba deserves an extension. Maybe we'll see
No,
what Brooks
no,
looks like.
no, no,
No,
no.
I'm telling you
Brooks
said at
coming
the end
back
of the
in.
season. At
Chuba
the
is
end of the
trash.
No,
season, we'll be able to
no. Get
see
Juba the
the
fuck up
answers to
out of here.
that.
No, no. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right. I answer that right now. I'm gonna answer that for you right now.
What if it's
Get
a
your
team
ass the
friendly
fuck
Chuba.
up out of
deal?
here.
What if it's a team friendly deal?
I
I
don't give
don't
a
give a
damn.
fuck.
Damn,
Other
y'all
Here's
than
don't
that
fuck
thing
free.
with
about it.
Chuba?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not good
yeah,
enough,
yeah,
cuz.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I
Yeah, I
done
mean, I
told
mean,
I
No,
done
he's
argued
not
with
good
plenty
enough
of
to be a
cats.
number one. He's not good enough to be a number
No, he's
one, but
not
I
good enough
like
to
him
be a
as a
number
number
two
two.
no,
either.
Nah, that's
no,
nah.
Nah.
He's showing you he can be a number two though.
Can I
He's
tell you
showing us
why,
he can be a
Omar?
number two.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah,
Because when he gets
no.
to the second level, there's no burst, there's no
there's no
electricity,
breakaway
there's
speed. I give
no
you that.
breakaway on him. And as a
He's
running
not
back,
running away from the safeties and linebackers in the second
in
level.
a as a running back, you need a running back that can separate once he get in the open field. He can't do that. So therefore, that's why his numbers always look pedestrian because
That's a
he don't
very
have
good
the
knock.
next level.
I can't deny that.
Yes, Lord. I got you. I'm not high on Chuba because I just don't have the love that they got for Chuba around here. 920 yards, but look at how many carries that cat had last year. It was horrendous. What was it, 3.8 yards per carry? That's terrible as a running back. 3.8. Nah, I can't put up with
Like I
another year
said,
of Chuba.
2 year, $12 million deal. I'm not mad at it.
Okay. I'm thinking, and I'm just under the impression now, I want to see fresh faces come in Carolina. It's time to get new bodies. It's time to get people that can come in here and take us to the next level. And if you're saying the era of Chuba is over, you bring Brooks in, and then you go and find somebody else to groom. Either you go find somebody in the draft, or you go find somebody in free agency to bring in here. Because Miles Sanders is not it. He ain't it. It's time to revamp this entire room. If you're going to have a rebuild, have a true rebuild. Get Chuba the fuck out of here.
And that's what makes this whole, because we really don't know what they feel about Bryce. I don't know if they really gonna sit Bryce down and just say, hey, well, I think Bryce plays again. Not I don't know if he plays this season, but I think he plays again at some point. I don't think they're gonna move him this offseason. I
The
think they're gonna
only
try to
way
sit him
Bryce
down
plays
and play him
again
again.
is if oh boy is so terrible. Is if Andy Dalton is so terrible, dog. They ain't got no choice but to play him.
I just don't see them I don't see them giving him away for nothing right now. Because like I said, you ain't getting nothing from him right now. He really has no value. If somebody's willing to offer you a third for him, you got to take that. But anything for a
But
fifth or a sixth or a seventh, might as well hold on to him.
I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think you can get rid of Bryce even if you tried.
Yeah.
Even if you tried, you can't. So therefore, there's not gonna be anybody calling for him for a trade, and I don't think you have anything you'll be able to get for him. So unfortunately, the Bryce Young experiment is gonna probably end with you cutting him in the next year. That's
Yeah,
probably what's gonna
and
happen
that's
there.
why I think he plays again. Because there's no guarantee that Andy resigns after this year. So you go into next year with a thinking at worst case scenario, you know how you have Bryce at quarterback. I don't like it, but I think he sticks around at least through next year if he's not going by then. Because whatever team is going to trade him, probably going to want to trade for him with that 5th year option, so they can make a decision on that themselves. But yeah, I don't. The long term wise, as I say, it's hard. We're really, bro, we're really in some shit because where do we start this rebuild? Like we ain't got nothing to start with. Like you said, I believe you said it before. Your rebuild starts once you get your quarterback, and it's like,
Well, now I said that your rebuild also starts when you get your quarterback, but you need superstar pieces on this team. And doing so, you got to leverage yourself in this draft the best way you know fit. So if I were you, I would take my time and I would essentially look to going to the top of this draft and getting the best defensive player that you got there. Because if Andy Dalton comes out win you 5 games this season and you look confident, use him as your bridge. Unless there is a breakout from a quarterback that look generational, unless you have like a Quinn Ewers come out win a national championship and a Heisman, and you look around, you say, okay, I can't pass that up. Other than that, you don't bite on nobody in this draft right here. And then you build your team, hit the draft, get young pieces, use all 7 of your picks, then take this time next year, add some more picks to it, and find a quarterback in that next draft. Because you'll have Dylan Raiola, you'll have different guys that you can take your time and look and find. Bro, build your team and then insert your quarterback to make sure that you got your team correct.
I guess it's just hard, bro, because Tepper, he don't want to sit and watch us lose, but he don't understand that sometimes you really gotta sit in it to really fix it. So I applaud him for you know, pulling the plug early on this Bryce Young thing because he could have been stubborn. But I'm happy he just realized, yo, it was bad, bro. You really can't evaluate the rest of the team. You like I said, Canals was going to lose the locker room if Bryce would have went out there into Vegas and threw another interception and just got beat up that whole game. Locker room would have been done by week 3. At the end of week 3, your locker room would have been over.
I'm really getting to the point now, Omar, where looking at this thing now, if we can get any competent quarterback player to handle, you can rebuild this thing in 3 years. 3 years, we could be talking about playoffs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. And
I
I
can
trust Andy.
realistically
I
see it.
trust Andy.
So that means Canales might be here a little bit longer than I anticipated.
Hey, guess what, Q?
What's up?
I like Canales.
Here we go.
I like Canales.
Here we go.
I
I like
I at
Canales.
least got a reason for Canales because he went home and he watched Bryce go 3 and out for the first 4 straight drives and said, "No, man, I can't do this." He
Well,
changed up his whole game plan.
Canales making sure he had a goddamn job is what the fuck Canales was doing. So Canales was looking out for him. That's what the hell he was doing.
I also think back to the earlier video you were showing with Bryce. This is the first time Bryce has ever been punched in his face, and now
You
it's just a
goddamn
matter of
right.
how he responds. He transferred in high school.
Mm-hmm.
The Alabama job was given to him, and Tepper gave him this job because Frank Wright wanted to start Andy. Frank came out his mouth and said Andy was the starting quarterback, and then the next day he said Bryce was the starting quarterback. So you know what that means. Tepper
Right.
said, "Fuck you thought," and so it's like niggas couldn't even bench Bryce if they wanted to. And so think about it. Think about it like this, Q. Around this time last year, this is when the coaches wanted to bench Bryce before, and the rumors came out, and they said no.
Mm-hmm.
They had to fake that injury or whatever, and that's the only one they got. So when it happened
That's
again this year, I think
crazy.
Tepper had to really look at it like, damn, this is this whole new second coaching staff coming at me telling them, yo, we need to sit this kid right now. Like,
But
come
that's
on.
crazy, Omar. 2 games in last year they were trying to bench him, and 2 games in this year he was benched.
Two
That's
different coaching
crazy.
staffs, but they see the same thing. What's the common denominator?
This nigga, man. Wow, that is right. Week 2 they faked the injury and got him off the field. This time around, Andy Dalton has to win week 3. He got to win.
And it's hard because for me, this feels like the first week of the season because we truly going to be able to I feel like, see this playbook open. I feel like Canales is going to start it, ease into it. But if you see Andy 4 for 7, 40 yards or whatever, okay, let's start dialing it up deep real quick. Let me see what Deontay or Leggett got on the deep post. So I feel like we're going to really be able to see what this playbook is like because the playbook we ran against the Chargers was like that Rams Steve Wilkes playbook, just a bunch of screens and checkdowns. We're not throwing it deep. And you can't win like that.
Yeah, I agree. And we learned that firsthand. So now the moral of the story is not being insane and doing the same thing over and over and over. You at some point in time, we have to capitalize off of this moment. We have to.
I mean, depending on how this game looks for me, I can start to look at how the rest of the games go. Because I believe after this is Cincy, then I feel like I don't know who after Cincy. Maybe the Bears. Maybe the Bears. That sounds right. And then I think we play Atlanta. So it's like depending on how this game go, I can start looking at those games different and see if we have a chance or not.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up the schedule right now. That way I can get an idea of where we sat at. Cause it's like you notice I had a totally entirely different look at this whole entire season, but now that he's gone down and he out the way, I'm seeing things totally different now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's why I said, like I said,
So
I had us going 0-3 against rookies. With Andy, I think Andy hit two of them things. Like just like that. That's a big difference. 2 games is a big difference.
Hmm. So I'm looking at it. Las Vegas, we got September 22nd. Then we come back to Bank of America Stadium. We got the Bears. The Bears is at Soldier Field next. Then after that, us versus
Atlanta.
the Falcons.
Hmm. And that's home game.
Oh, oh, damn. The next home game is the Bengals. The Bengals, 29th. So 29th. Then on the 6th we got the Bears. Then I'm looking at this right now, and I'm saying us versus Cincinnati Bengals. We're gonna probably lose that game. We'll probably be competitive with the Bears and pull that out somehow. They got a hellacious defense, but I think we might go to Caleb and take that one. And then Atlanta Falcons is a toss up because they not looking too hot themselves. It's like some days they up, some days they down.
Hmm.
So you never know what you're gonna get from the Falcons. We got two potentials right there. I say 2-1 out of those two. 2-1.
Yeah. And it's like you got to because it's a whole new team. I'm looking at this week as the true week one. We got our I'm ignoring Bryce. I know we down 0-2, but I'm ignoring Bryce. We finally
Mm-hmm.
it feels like week one again.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
right
why
there
they
with
made
you.
the move. They made the move early. We not about to just sit around and just and lose games like this, bro. No. No, no, no,
We
no, man.
got
We
three
can't do that.
winnable games coming up with the actually 1, 2, 3. So I think we check this out. We lose to the Bengals. So if we potentially win at Vegas, you're talking about going 2-1. Then we potentially go to the Bengals and lose. So that's 1-3, 3-1. I mean, and then I think we got a potential to beat the Bears. We got a potential to beat the Falcons or the Commanders, because that's who next after that. We got the potential to beat all three of them teams. They're not world beaters. They're not world beaters. I'm not. If I'm marching in with Andy Dalton, I said we can go toe to toe with the Washington Commanders. We can go toe to toe with the Falcons and the Bears. With Bryce, those are all three losses off the rip.
Yeah.
Damn, what happened to Omar?
Oh, no, he must have been a bad spot. He dropped. But I don't know, Q. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reserve the right to do this. The Vegas Raiders is a good team.
Mm.
Just like you said something. Omar said something just clicked on me a while ago. He said he want to gauge some things, you know what I'm saying, toward the end of the year to evaluate some stuff. And then y'all was talking about the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? I put the Falcons up there with the Raiders, who had the potential to do some shit, but they ain't consistent. They off and on. They cold. They hot. Now
Mm-hmm.
I want to. This is a good gauging game right here. This is a great gauging game. And on the road, we ain't won a road game. Now we ain't run shit. The two games we won was at
What?
home.
It's been a
We ain't
year
won a
plus.
road game. I can't even count. I don't even know when the last one was. I don't even know when the last one was.
Damn shame is what it
When,
is.
when was the last one? Anybody know? Somebody tell me in the chat. When was the last road game that the Carolina Panthers won? Now, if them and probably the last competent road game was the one that Andy played in Seattle. That's probably well, maybe Green Bay, the fabulous Green Bay game that they talk about all the time.
No, we lost that game, go.
What's that?
Houston was the last time we won.
No, I know we lost Green Bay, but what I'm saying, how we look competent. You know what I'm saying? We look competent at Seattle. We look competent at Green Bay. Houston was the last
No,
road game we
what I'm
won.
talking about, the
No,
road game, Houston. That was the last one we won,
road.
and that was what, week
When,
7?
when was that?
Week 7 last year.
Houston was a
When
home
be,
game.
that was a home game. Okay.
That was a home game. That was C.J. Stroud. That was a home game.
Well, then you got to go back to the season before that with Wilkes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't win but 2 home games, and that was the one in Atlanta and the one against Houston. That was a home game. Them 2 games was a home game. We didn't win a road game in them. Yeah, we have to go back to that season.
Yeah, well, I just tell you how I feel. Anyway, that's about all I got. I'm out
Yeah,
of gas.
yeah. But I ain't pissing on nobody parade. But what I'm saying, I'm just using to gauge it. Once we play that game right there, I'll go through the schedule with anybody and be like, yo, we can do this, we can do that, we can do that. I want to see how it's looking with Andy. Only thing I'm excited about is my top 5 offensive line.
Yo,
After
it's
that,
88 of you guys in here right now. Please do us the favor, look down and like the video where you sitting at right now. Do us that favor. We need 100 likes on this video.
no doubt. Yeah, we told you we weren't gonna be long, y'all. Cause like I said, we want to watch the game. We're gonna kick it back. We're gonna lay back. This is show 2, man. Black Cat Panther podcast ain't doing nothing but going up, up, up and away. Hey, help us out. Hit that like button. Y'all just do not know what it does for us. Give me, if I can do it, please, please, please give me that like. If you're watching now live, if you're watching later, give me that like. Give me that like. But Q. Other than that, bruh, I guess we go. Who the Jets is playing tonight or somebody?
I think it's the Jets and the Patriots. Let me look and see who Thursday night football is tonight. I can't remember. Thursday night football. Yep, Jets and the Patriots, 8:15. It's getting ready to kick off in about 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
They actually got the Jets as 70% win probability on this game. So that's going to be a one-sided game probably. And it's debuting on Amazon Prime. So make sure y'all get y'all spot in line. Your boy Dub Q been podding all day long, and I'm about to go sit my black ass down. I done did 3.5 hours with that first show.
No,
I'm
yeah, no doubt,
I
no
love
doubt.
y'all boys, but look, tomorrow is your boy birthday, and I might come before y'all for a little bit, but I gotta kick back. I only got a couple more days on vacation.
Yeah,
Yes, Lord.
yeah. We'll do a little something tomorrow for a birthday party. We'll do a little birthday party pod. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
And
Birthday party
then we'll
pod.
talk. Birthday party pod.
Fuck with your
But
boy
other
tomorrow,
than
man.
that,
I'll come at some point in time.
yeah. Other than that, take us on out of here, man.
Well, y'all already know what time it is, man. Do us the favor. Y'all see what time it is. We gonna get up out of here. Go. I'll holler at you.
No doubt.